Hello students, my name is Teacher Jash and this is our English lesson. Today's topic we will talk about making self-introductions. But first, we will learn our vocabulary. Let's begin with the word introduce. Okay, follow after me. Introduce. Introduce. Alright, in Thai, you can read this way. So, what's the meaning of introduce? Okay, to tell someone another person's name when they meet for the first time. Okay, when you meet someone for the first time, you need to introduce yourself. Okay, next word is allow. Allow. Okay, to give someone permission to do. Okay, later we will use these words when we're going to introduce ourselves. All right, formality of introductions. There are two formalities when we are going to introduce ourselves. First, the formal introductions. Informal introductions in the formal form, okay, we will use this phrase, may I introduce myself? This is in a question form. It's in an interrogative form, okay? May I, that means asking permission. Asking permission. May I introduce myself? I'm, so you tell your name. Not the nickname, but the real name. Okay, the real name. If you can tell your surname, much better. But if you don't like to say your surname, that's fine. Okay, the first name should be used when you introduce yourself in a formal way. But commonly, we need to introduce our first name or say our first name and our surname. Can I introduce myself? I'm, again, you have to state your name. Allow me to introduce myself. I am, and let me introduce myself. I am. So all these phrases or sentences, okay, you need to tell your real name, not the nickname. Okay. Now let's go to the informal ones. Informal introductions. We use informal greetings as well, like we say hi, I'm. So in this case, you can use your real name or you can use your nickname. That's why you will say hello. My friends call me like me. My friends call me Josh. Okay, or in school, the teachers or the students call me teacher JR, something like that. So you can introduce in a formal way. Now you use informal when you introduce yourself to your classmates, okay, or to the people you've known them a little bit, or yeah, that's we use informal there. Okay, for the formal ones, we use this in the formal gatherings, like in the big gatherings, like in formal occasions. Okay, or if you introduce yourself to the teacher. Okay, you use the formal one. Now, this is how we are going to construct our sentences. Okay, how should we begin our introduction? So first we need to have the greeting. Okay, the greeting and the introducing portion, and that is the sentence or in an interrogative or question mark form, and then stating your name. Okay, like how do you do? Now this is tricky because when you say how do you do, that is for the first time that you meet the person. Okay, you say, how do you do? Okay. May I introduce myself? Okay. Can I introduce myself? Allow me to introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. Okay, follow after me. May I introduce myself? Say with me. Say again. Okay. Can I introduce myself? Okay. Allow me to introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. Okay, and then you say, my name is, I am, or I'm. Right. Now, this is the example of how are you going to introduce yourself in a formal way. All right. So let's begin with this. How do you do? Let me introduce myself. I'm Mark Smith. Okay. So remember, this is the first name and this is the surname. Because you're introducing in a formal way, then you have to say your real name, state your real name and your surname. Okay. But my nickname is Maki. I was born in Rayong on the 27th of January 2008. So don't forget to add here Rayong on the, okay, 27th of January 2008. So I am 13 years old now. So remember, when we say our birth date, okay, we will write it and say it in an ordinal form of the number, the ordinal number. Okay, so later I will mention the other ordinal numbers there. Okay, 27th, it ends with the th. Okay, 27th, okay, of January 2008. Okay, don't forget to say 2008. Right. I lived in, this is where you need to mention your address. Okay, if necessary that you will tell your address, then you will tell your address, but in this case I'm writing here your address. Okay, my address. So I lived in 8 slash. Okay, say again, say with me, slash. Okay, I live in 8/3 village 2 lane 5. Okay, so Kang Ampur Road, Ta Pradu in Rayong City. Now I will explain what is the composition of this address. Okay, this address has the house number 8/3 is the house number. Village 2 in Thai, in village you say Muban. Okay, that's village, but we don't say it in English Muban. Okay, that's why we translate it as village. So if you live in a Mu Song, okay, so you say Moban. Okay, instead of saying Moban Song, okay, you say village 2. All right, and lane 5, lane is soy ha. Okay, you say soy ha, but in English we say lane 5. Okay, and then this is the road, the name of the road, Tanon. All right, in Thai you say Tanon. Kang Ampo, you say Tanon Kang Ampur. But in English we say lane 5, Kang Ampur Road. Okay, the road here is the Tanon. Okay, and then we don't say the sub-district, but we say only the Tambon is the sub-district. So we don't say Ta Pradu sub-district, but we just simply say Ta Pradu. And then Rayong City in Thai you say Ampur Muang. Okay, so We don't say it in Thai. That's why we say city. So that's why I wrote here Rayong city. Okay, so that's it. The first part of your address is the house number, the moban, the village, and the soy. Okay, it's in English lane, and the name of the road, and that is Tanon. And then this is the sub-district, and this one is the Ampere Mueang, or the city. Now let's continue. I am in Matayom 1/1 at Wat Paperdu School. So there, your section, your level, your M1, and your section 1. But actually, we can use Matayom, or the real translation is grade 7. Okay, grade 7 at Wat Paperdu School. But let's consider this word Matayom here. Okay, and then my hobbies are reading novels and playing basketball. Okay, reading novels and playing basketball. Notice that at the end of your introduction, you need to say thank you. Okay, don't forget that. Now let's go to, what if you don't live in the city? Okay, you live outside the city, like we said, town, in the town. Okay, because in Rayong we have only one city, and that is the Ampere Mueang. Okay, now if you live outside the city, like for example in Ban Khai, that is Ampere only. In English we say town. Okay, so you live in 88/34 village 2, Tetsaban Road 1, Pangbut, in Ban Khai town. So this is the sub-district, and the Ampere is Ban Khai town. What about your hobby? If you have only one hobby, you say hobby. My hobby is, okay, sorry, you need to add is here. My hobby is, okay, is playing basketball. My hobby is playing basketball. Okay, so now let's go to the ordinal number of telling the date of your birth. Okay, so the date of your birth, you say 1st January 2008. Okay, or you can say the 1st of January 2008. 2nd, okay, 2 MD. 3rd, 3 and RD. From 4 to 20, okay, we say 20th. Okay, the ordinal letters there is TH. All right, then we'll start with the 21st. Okay, 22nd, 23rd. Okay, 24 to 30, we write again TH, and then 31st. How about 11? Okay, we don't say 11th, no, we just put or write TH, right? 11th. Okay, so now is your turn. Okay, it's your turn. How do you do? All right, let me introduce myself. So state your name. Here is your name, and here is your nickname. But my nickname is, okay, I was born in what province? This is province. And on the date, okay, so I am what? How old are you now? So, and I live in, this is where your address is. Okay, I am in Matayom 1/1/ at Wat Paperdu School. Then my hobby, or if you have a lot, if you have only one, you say my hobby is, and if you have a lot, then you say my hobbies are. Okay, and then don't forget to say thank you. So I hope you learned something from our lesson. How are you going to introduce yourself in a formal or informal way? Thank you and have a nice day, everyone.